Hey everyone, it's Neil Patel, and today I'm going to teach you an advanced Facebook ad strategy using ManyChat. In essence, I'm going to teach you how to retain your subscribers forever, because when you pay for ads, specifically Facebook ads, you get people to your site, but then after they come to your site, you usually never see them again. And I'm going to teach you how to retain these people forever so you can get a bigger bang for your buck when it comes to your advertising dollars. So first off, why are Facebook ads so important to capitalize on? And I'm going to break this down just in case you don't use Facebook ads. Just in 1 year, Facebook ads went from roughly 57 cents for a cost per click to 81 cents. It shows you the power. Ads wouldn't keep going up in cost unless they were effective. Why would people spend more money unless they're getting an ROI from it? But here's the thing, even though they're getting an ROI, they're becoming really, really expensive. When it comes to retargeting, right? Retargeting is when you visit a website and then when you browse the web, you see that website follow you all around the web with ads. That's an example of retargeting or remarketing. And when it comes to retargeting, users who clicked on your ads, for those users, you end up wanting to have to pay more for retargeting ads in order to be in front of those people again. And the worst part, only a fraction of the people who clicked on your ads in the first place will click on the retargeting ads again. So how do you overcome that? Well, I'm going to teach you that. And the biggest strategy for that is omnichannel marketing. See, marketing has evolved in omnichannel. You used to be able to build a business with just one channel, but that's no longer the case. Now you have to use multiple channels to keep getting that customer to come back and convert, whether that's SMS, emails, native ads, SEO, social media, push notifications, the list goes on, but you want to go omnichannel. And with so many opportunities comes the need for you to make sure that your brand's voice is not being lost in the process, because if you do that, it will help ensure that your messaging is getting across the correct way and you're converting those people into customers. Now, one way to create a solid omnichannel approach, and I'm going to show you how to do so, is with a free tool that is called ManyChat. They have paid options as well, but you can get started for free. And I'm going to break down how you can use ManyChat to get more from your Facebook ads and retain your subscribers and continually keep people coming back. And I'm going to show you the exact templates and the steps that I use for my own campaign in ManyChat. So first, you got to create a ManyChat account. You just go there, create your account, accept their terms of service if you agree upon them, or you can read them. I tend to just click accept on almost everything when I sign up for these software companies. You'll be asked a series of questions about your business, answer them, and then you head over to step 2. Which is you have to define your offer. It's important to have something valuable to offer to your audience. Look, there's no point in creating an ad if you're not going to offer anything valuable, because if you don't create something valuable, you're not going to stand out. And that could be a free course, a webinar, or a case study, a discount, checklist, cheat sheet, even a quiz, whatever it may be. Something different will help you stand out. And the more quickly accessible that thing is that you're offering for free can create instant gratification and increase your conversions. Next, you want to create or select a workflow. See, when you're in ManyChat, what I want you to do is select a flow to deliver your lead magnet. So whatever you're giving, that is your lead magnet, like that checklist, that cheat sheet. So you got to create a flow to deliver that. And you want to select templates tab on the left. And you can either select a free template or upgrade to a pro for more advanced templates. An advanced thing to do is if you want to create your own template flow, you can do that as well. I recommend just starting off using one of their free templates or one of their paid templates versus creating one on your own. It just makes the process easier. And then eventually I would recommend, as you are getting more sales, to eventually go create your own template. But first start off with one that's already created, because it just makes life easier. Then you want to create your ad account. So select the ads button on the left-hand side. You're going to have to connect your Facebook ad account. And once you've done that, just click activate ads and you'll be able to create your first ad button. And let's start off with that, which is the next step. So I want you with your ad account to, in essence, run an ad. And you're going to create a campaign. And for this campaign, I want you to select messages, then the campaign name, whatever it is, just make it very relevant so you know. And you can also set your spending limit for the campaign. I usually put $100 just to be safe. You can put more, you can put less, but I do recommend putting a limit. I know it's optional, but I highly recommend that. You just don't want to go crazy and spend too much money. Then you have to set your message destination to click to messenger. You're going to name your ad set. And in this case, I'm going to focus on location targeting. So I'm going to select Los Angeles because I want to target Los Angeles, California. You can also target any location you want in the world, but I recommend if you're a local business, select a local audience. If you're national, you can select a country. Typically when you select a region, you can control where your spend is going. Like if you know you're not going to get business in a certain area, the last thing you want to do is have any of your money spent there. And when you're going throughout the whole process, make sure you select the age, gender, language, locations, all that kind of stuff. And you can also put in more advanced parameters like, I'm focusing only on people in Los Angeles, but I can, select other languages. I can select multiple things, like I can drill down to men or just women or a specific age range, or you can start off broad, but typically the more specific you get, the more conversions you're going to see. And the last step in creating your ad set is to target interest-based audience. And when you're doing this, the more specific you get with your interests, it's going to target people who are interested in that subject. But what's the key here is to exclude people. Now, this is optional. A lot of people don't do this, but the more you exclude and the more you narrow further down, what you'll find is you'll get much more targeted visitors. It'll be harder to spend the money, but when you do spend the money, those people tend to be more likely to convert into a paying customer. Now, as for step 7, it's time to create your ad. Here's where you create your ad, and you'll also see what is going to be shown to people, in essence, what it looks like. So fill in the text, the headline, the description accordingly. Set your call to action to the message page, and my offer is going to be giving customers, let's say 20% off if they book an appointment now through this ad. And you don't have to get that crazy. Some people want to do this crazy stuff like 50, 60% off. Be careful because you're paying for the ad, and the last thing you want to do is lose money as well. So just be careful if you decide to give a discount. Next, you're going to hit the create message button. This is where you'll create the message that sends to people when they click on your ad. And you can see why I set mine too on the right side. You can see the image, how it looks. And I've also added the image for visual effects because a picture says 1,000 words, as they say. And you can use things like animated GIFs or videos or lists. All these things work. You can just start off simple with the image. I found that GIFs work really cool as well. Video works too, but sometimes that is overkill. And then what you're going to want to do for the next step is to select the quick reply button. Write a message for your quick reply. Mine is book now, and then select the image to be your messenger icon. Then hit go to flow button. This is where that template is going to come into play, and I'll show you how this really works. I know some of this may seem confusing, but I'll show you this fully in play. And then throughout this whole process, you're probably like, what is a flow? Well, this makes it so the audience can respond to your messages and continue the conversation, giving detailed automated responses based on the audience's answers. Think of like a chat bot. When someone types in a question, you want to give them the appropriate answer, and that's what that flow helps you build that credibility, that trust, so they're more likely to convert. And then from there, I'm going to select my pre-downloaded template. Once you open that flow, it'll give you a bunch of different flow options to choose from depending on your objective. And then from there, since my objective is to get people to book an appointment, I'm going to select the booking flow. This is going to allow people to converse with your messenger bot with this flow or messaging sequences. And if you don't see a flow that matches your goal, you can always just edit or adjust the existing template. And then you'll want to hit select this flow and then create new flow. As I mentioned, I'm going to show you how this works so that way you don't get too confused. And this is your preview, right? This is also step 9. So you can see what it looks like interacting when you do the preview. And this is important because you want to see what it looks like before you show it to people or start running your ad and spending money. Now, last but not least, you need to run your ad. Hit send to Facebook button at the top right, and boom, you're off into the races. Now, the reason I love this is because through Messenger, at least with my site, neilpatel.com, as well as with a lot of my clients, we've seen open rates as high as 88% and click-through rates as high as 56%, which is ridiculously high. I wish I was getting that through email. But by using all of this, what you'll find is your ads will run more effectively. Look, now that you got everything going, you need to still be omni-channel. Facebook ads are effective. Facebook Messenger is effective, but you can't stop there. It's why I do SEO, content marketing, social media marketing. I leverage all the channels out there. I also want you to leverage email and SMS marketing. Now, SMS marketing is expected to grow to 48.7 million people who want to opt in for company-wide communications. So SMS marketing is exploding. It's growing at a very fast pace, and you can also do that through ManyChat if you want. So that way you're leveraging people and getting them back to your site. And I'm going to show you exactly how you do that. Because when you spend money, whether it's for e-commerce, service-based business, local business, B2B, B2C, it doesn't matter. But when you spend money on Facebook ads, the issue is people click on the ads and then that's it. They very rarely come back. You're really unlikely to engage with them and you don't really see them again. But we're about to fix that right now. So if you think about SMS marketing, you see people like Gary Vaynerchuk all over the web promoting his SMS phone number saying, hey, it's Gary Vaynerchuk, text me here. Why is he doing that? Because he doesn't want to rely on ads or the platforms like Facebook taking away his reach. So he's trying to build his own community through SMS. And there's a lot of other marketers like the Grant Cardones of the world doing that as well. And SMS has even a higher open rate of roughly 98%, and the click-through rate is amazing as well at 36%. So what I want you to do is start building these email addresses. I want you to start collecting these SMS phone numbers as well. And you can engage with your audience through Messenger and ask them for their email address, ask them for their phone number, and store it so that way you can do broadcasts as well, and then keep getting people to come back to your site. And this is how you retain people, right? That way they can keep messaging you on and on and on again, because if you already have them chatting with you on Facebook Messenger, might as well get their email address and might as well get their phone number. And when you combine both of them, you're more likely to get them to come back and buy from you in the future. Now, you may be wondering, is Facebook Messenger better? Is email better? Push notifications better? SMS better? It's not that one is better than the other. You want to leverage all of them. If they can all help drive you sales, why not? Don't pick one, don't pick the other, pick all of them. And that's how you grow. And even through text messaging, you can end up creating very tailored sequence. You can use the same process in ManyChat to create customized emails, sequences, text messages, and this all helps you communicate with people and sell them over time as well. I also have customized templates within ManyChat as well. If you want to use my templates, you can download them. And you can also use my coupon code if you want 30 days free for my ManyChat templates, so that way you can have access to them. Enjoy. I hope they provide you conversions like they've provided me with many conversions. And there's so many different types of templates, from e-commerce templates. A lot of mine are e-commerce templates. They've worked extremely well and they've converted well for me. But test them out and you can figure out what works for you and adjust and adapt. And here's some examples of my flows. I know they look pretty complicated, but they work really well in converting people into email, SMS, as well as things like abandoned cart. And they work for a lot of different sectors, and you can use different templates or adjust them or create your own as well. So some key takeaways for you is Facebook ads are effective, but try to get people to give you their email address. Try to get them to give you their phone number, so that way they can keep coming back and you can convert them over time, because most of the people that click on your ads do not convert. And this is why you want to get these data points, so that way you can keep marketing to those people, which is much cheaper than remarketing ads. And if you have any questions or need help with anything, leave a comment below and I'm here to help you out. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share it to a friend, subscribe to the channel. And if you need any help, as I mentioned, just leave a comment below and I'm here to help you out. Take care and thank you very much.